said forever like it meant something, like time would bend for you and me. But promises fade in quiet moments. Now you're just a memory. I still remember how you held me, like I was all you'd ever need. Now I replay it in the silence, but it don't feel the same to me. I try to tell myself I'm stronger now, that I've moved on somehow. But it still hurts, yeah, it still burns every time I hear your name. I thought I'd heal, thought I'd learn how to live without the pain. But in the dark, in my worst nights, you're the echo in my heart. Even though you're gone for good, I still fall apart. And it still hurts. I see your shadow in the strangers, in every place we used to go. Tried to replace you with distractions, but they don't fill the hole. You were the calm inside my chaos, the only truth I thought I knew. Now every answer feels like nothing since the day I lost you. I keep pretending I'm alright, but I break down every night. 'Cause it still hurts, yeah, it still burns, like a wound that never heals. I keep hiding all the words I was too afraid to feel. And in the dark, in my worst nights, you're the echo in my heart. Even though you're gone for good, I still fall apart. And it still hurts. Maybe one day I won't miss you, maybe one day I'll be free. But tonight I'm stuck in between who I was and who I'll be. Yeah, it still hurts, yeah, it still burns, but I'm learning how to stand, even with these broken words slipping through my hands. And in the dark, in my last fight, I let go of who we were. Even if I'm moving on, it doesn't make it hurt less. No, it still hurts. Good little apart still hurts inside, but I'm saying goodbye this time. We were driving with the windows down, chasing lights through a quiet town. Every moment felt like it would last. Didn't know we were fading fast. We didn't see the cracks begin, too busy holding what had been. And that was us, just you and me, dancing on the edge of everything, laughing like we never break, like forever wasn't a mistake. Now it's just dust in the dusk, but I remember that was us. We had dreams we never said out loud, built our world where we felt so proud. But silence grew it's just echoes and trust. But I remember that was us. If I could go back just one night, hear your voice in the neon light, I'd freeze that frame before it ends, before we turn to strangers again. Yeah, that was us, burning bright, falling slow in the summer night. We were real, we were enough, even if it wasn't forever. Love, now you're gone, and it's just a memory whispering. That was us. We used to laugh until the night fell quiet. No walls between us, nothing left to hide. You knew my story like your own reflection, but something changed behind your eyes. You held my hand a little longer, said it didn't mean a thing, but silence started getting louder than every word you'd speak. Friends don't break hearts, don't leave scars this deep. Don't turn love into something we can't keep. We crossed the line we can't erase. Now I don't recognize your face. Friends don't break hearts like you did to me. We try to act like nothing really happened, pretending we were still the same. But every smile felt like a question, and every touch just fed the pain. You said we're better off as strangers, like we were before, but strangers never knew my heartbeat like you did once before. Friends don't break hearts, don't leave scars this deep. Don't turn love into something we can't keep. We crossed a line we can't erase. Now I don't recognize your face. Friends don't break hearts like you did to me. If we were just friends, I'd still have you, not picking up pieces of truth. We tried to turn back time, but we fell too far. Now all that's left is who we are. Friends don't break hearts, don't make it this hard. Don't leave you alone with a shattered heart. We were something we can't undo. Now I'm just learning to unlove you. Friends don't break hearts, but somehow you did.
We used to dance in the quiet of midnight,
but dreams like they never fade. Now every corner is filled with silence, echoes of words we never said. I held on longer than I should, believed in us more than I could. Goodbye, my love, I'm letting you go. Not 'cause I want to, but I need to grow. We burn so bright, now we're just smoke. Two hearts learning how to be alone. Goodbye, my love, this isn't hate, it's just two souls who couldn't stay. If love was enough, we'd still be us, but now it's goodbye, my love. Your shadow lingers in every sunrise, your voice still lives inside my head. I trace the outline of what we once were in all the tears I never shed. I tried to fix what we became, but love can't live inside the pain. Goodbye, my love, I'm letting you go. Not 'cause I want to, but I need to grow. We burn so bright, now we're just smoke. Two hearts learning how to be alone. Goodbye, my love, this isn't hate, it's just two souls who couldn't stay. If love was enough, we'd still be us, but now it's goodbye, my love. Maybe in another life we'd make it right. Maybe timing was our only fight. I'll carry you in every song I write, but I won't stay and lose myself tonight. Goodbye, my love, I set you free, and maybe that's our destiny. We gave it all, we gave our best, but love alone can't fix the rest. Goodbye, my love, no more pretend. This is where our story ends. I'll miss your touch, I'll miss your eyes, but this is our last goodbye. So here's my heart one final time. Goodbye, my love. Goodbye. We started out like midnight conversations, laughing like the world was ours to keep. No lines, no rules, no expectations, just a promise we didn't have to speak. You knew the parts I tried to hide, I knew the storms behind your eyes. We were simple, we were safe. Now everything's a compromise. Somewhere between the truth and the tension, we crossed a line we can't erase. Now every word feels like a question, and every silence screams your name. Even our friendship couldn't survive what we became, what we tried. We were something pure, something right. Now it's fading every night. We had a bond we couldn't fake. Now it's just another thing we break. Love took more than just your heart. Even our friendship fell apart. We tried to call it something stronger, but it just made us weaker still. The closer we got, the harder it felt, like forcing something against our will. Now I miss the way it used to be before us came with gravity, before the weight of wanting more turned you into a memory. We had every piece of us is broken, and words we're too scared to say. Even our friendship couldn't survive what we became, what we tried. We were something pure, something right. Now it's fading every night. We had a bond we couldn't fake. Now it's just another thing we break. Love took more than just your heart. Even our friendship fell apart. If I could go back, I wouldn't change you. I'd just change what we became. Maybe we were better as strangers than losing everything this way. We had forever in a moment, now it's gone without a trace. Guess some things are only perfect before you try to give them names. Even our friendship couldn't stay. It slipped right through our hands that way. We reached for more, we lost it all. Now there's nothing left to say. We were real, we were rare. Now it's just a ghost we share. Love took more than just your heart. Even our friendship fell apart. I try to paint you in the darkest shade, turn every memory into a mistake. But every time I let your name escape, it sounds like something I still wanna say. I told myself I'd let the silence win, lock every door you ever walked me in. But every scar you left beneath my skin still feels like somewhere I have always been. I should be colder, I should let you go, but every reason turns into a no. I can't hate you, no matter how I try. Even when you're the reason I can't sleep at night. You left me breaking, but I'm still holding on to everything we were. Even though it's gone, I should forget you, erase every trace. But loving you is something I can't replace. Yeah, you hurt me, but the truth is still true. I can't hate you. You were the fire I couldn't control, the kind of chaos that felt like home. And even now when I'm here alone, I hear your voice in every echo. I try to bury every photograph, convince myself that we were just a past. But every time I think I'm free at last, I fall right back into what we had. I should be stronger, I should walk away, but part of me still wants you to stay. I can't hate you, no matter how I try. Even when you're the reason I can sleep at night. You left me breaking, but I'm still holding on to everything we were. Even though it's gone, I should forget you, erase every trace. But loving you is something I can't replace. Yeah, you hurt me, but the truth is still true. I can't hate you. Maybe love doesn't just disappear, maybe it lingers in every tear. Maybe the hardest part to face is loving you in an empty space. I can't hate you, I wish I could, but even the pain still feels too good. You broke my heart, but it still beats for you, like it doesn't know what else to do. So I'll just carry what we went through, a love I lost but never outgrew. Yeah, you hurt me, but the truth is still true. I can't hate you. We were fire in the midnight, burning bright without a doubt. Every promise felt like forever. Now it's fading out. You were all my quiet answers, every question I would hide. Now the silence feels so heavy, where your voice used to reside. I can feel it slipping through my hands, like a story we don't understand. Every piece we tried to hold turned to dust, turned to cold. From us to nothing, just like that. All the love we had, we can't get back. We were everything, now we're just gone. A broken line in a fading song. From always to I don't know. From holding on to letting go. We went from something I could trust to nothing left of us. Now your shadow doesn't follow like it used to in the light. Every memory feels distant, like a dream I can't rewrite. We were dancing on the edge of something we believed was real, but forever turned to never, and I don't know how to feel. We were closer than we ever knew. Now I'm just a stranger next to you. All the words we never said echo louder in my head. From us to nothing, just like that. All the love we had, we can't get back. We were everything, now we're just gone. A broken line in a fading song. From always to I don't know. From holding on to letting go. We went from something I could trust to nothing left of us. Maybe we were just a moment, dressed up like eternity. Maybe love was never meant to stay with you and me, but I'd still go back and feel it all, even knowing we would fall. From us to nothing, here we are, just two strangers with the same scars. We were lightning in the dark, now we're just a fading spark. From always to I don't know. From holding on to letting go. We went from something I could trust to nothing left of us. Yeah, we were everything once, now we're nothing at all. I gave you silence when you needed space, held back my storm, softened every wave. I read your eyes like a sacred script, every little crack, every trembling lip. I stayed when leaving would have been easy, believed your words when they felt so fleeting. I built a home inside your doubt, but you never tried to figure me out. I thought love meant we'd learn to bend, not break each other in the end. You said you wouldn't let me fall apart, wouldn't leave me in the dark, wouldn't turn your back on us like this, but you did, but you did. You swore my heart was safe with you, said forever. was mine. Turn your shadows into light. Every excuse I let it slide, just to keep you by my side. I lost myself in saving you, in every lie I called the truth. Now I'm standing in the wreckage here of every word I chose to hear. Oh, I thought love meant we'd find a way, not slowly drift and fade to gray. You said you wouldn't let me fall apart, wouldn't leave me in the dark, wouldn't turn your back on us like this. But you did, but you did. You swore my heart was safe with you, said forever meant the truth, promised I'd be more than just a phase. But you did, you walked away. Now every promise echoes in my chest, a broken vow I can't forget. If love was real, then what was this? A perfect lie I chose to miss. You said you wouldn't let me fall apart, but you tore me from the start, left me drowning in what we were, and every word still hurts. You swore my heart was safe with you, but I was just something you used. I gave you everything I had to give, but you did, you broke it all to live. And maybe someday I'll forgive, but I won't forget. You said you wouldn't, but you did. We started out like midnight talks, laughing at the world we made. Every secret felt so safe, nothing ever seemed to change. You were home in human form, a place I didn't have to hide. Never thought a spark of love would tear us from that side. We crossed a line we couldn't see, turned just us into what could be. Now every word feels incomplete, like something's missing underneath. I lost my best friend to love, traded gold for something rough. We tried to turn a flame into forever. Now we're ashes drifting off. I'd take it all back if I could. Every maybe that we pushed, 'cause loving you was never wrong, but losing you hurts too much. Now your name feels different somehow, like it echoes in the past. We don't talk the way we did, didn't know those days wouldn't last. Photos fading in my phone, but I still feel every word. Funny how we had it all before we made it hurt. We tried to turn it into more, but lost what we were before. Now silence fills the space we knew, and I don't know how to get back to you. I lost my best friend to love, traded gold for something rough. We tried to hold the fire together, but it burned through both of us. I'd take it all back if I could. lost my best friend to love, and I don't know who I miss more, the you I had or who we were before.
Midnight calls, but no one's there. Your shadows hanging in the air. Every word we left behind echoes louder in my mind. I try to drown it in the noise, in crowded rooms and broken joys, but silence cuts me like a knife. Still feels like you're in my life. I let you go, I said goodbye, but some things never really die. I still hear your voice calling out my name, like a ghost in the dark, that I can't escape. Every little word still cuts me deep inside, even when I try. I still hear your voice. Your jacket's gone, your scent remains, like summer stuck in winter rain. Every street we used to know feels like somewhere I can't go. I play it cool, I fake a smile, but memories stay for a while. No matter how I close the door, you're louder than before. I moved ahead, or so it seems, but you're still living in my dreams. I still hear your voice calling out my name, like a ghost in the dark, that I can't escape. Every little word still cuts me deep inside, even when I try. I still hear your voice. Maybe time will turn it down, maybe I'll stop turning around, but tonight it's crystal clear. You're the only sound I hear. I still hear your voice whispering my name in the quiet night. It all feels the same. Every fading echo brings me back to you. No matter what I do, I still hear your voice.
We were holding on to shadows of a love we used to know. Every word felt like an echo from a place we couldn't go. You were right there in the silence, but a million miles away. We kept dancing round the truth we were too scared to say. Every promise started fading, every spark just lost its light. We were trying to save it, but we were losing the fight. Even if we tried, we couldn't make it right. Two hearts out of rhythm, falling out of time. Even if we stayed, we'd still drift away. Some loves are meant say goodbye. All the memories between us turn to strangers in my mind, like a story we were writing, but we left it all behind. Every I love you felt heavy, like it didn't belong. We were holding on to something that was already gone. We were chasing something broken, trying hard to make it whole. But no matter how we fixed it, we were losing control. Even if we tried, we couldn't make it right. Two hearts out of rhythm, falling out of time. Even if we stayed, we'd still drift away. Some loves are meant to last, no matter what we say. Even if we tried, we'd still say goodbye. Maybe in another lifetime we could get it right, but here in this moment we just couldn't survive. Not every love is forever, not every flame will stay. Sometimes letting go is the only way. Even if we tried, we couldn't change the tide. We were never meant to be, no matter how we tried. Even if it hurts, even if we cry, some endings are the truth. Even if we try. We said we'd take it slow this time, no promises we couldn't keep. But somewhere in the quiet nights, you slipped into my dreams. We built a world on fragile hope, between the lines we never said. And every moment felt so close, like forever up ahead. We were standing on the edge of something we could never hold, trying not to fall too deep, but already letting go. It was love, but not forever. It was us, but not complete. We were fire in the winter, gone before the summer heat. It was real, I won't deny it. Every touch, every lie, it was everything, but not the goodbye. You traced your name across my skin, like you were trying to stay. But even in your softest kiss, I felt you drift away. We danced around the truth so long, pretending we were fine. But broken things don't make a sound until they fall in time. We were holding on to sparks while the dark was closing in, trying hard to call it love when we knew just what it meant. It was love, but not forever. It was us, but not complete. We were fire in the winter, gone before the summer heat. It was real, I won't deny it. Every touch, every lie, it was everything, but not the goodbye. Maybe in another life we could have made it through, but time and drew a different line between a someone that I lost, but someone left behind. It was love, but not forever. It was us we couldn't keep. Like a song that fades too early, still repeating in my dreams. It was real, I still can't feel it. Even now I wonder why. It was almost, but not the goodbye.
I was walking through the silence, like a shadow with no name. Days would fade into the distance. Every night felt just the same. No fire burning in my chest, no storm beneath my skin. I didn't know what I was missing before love came in. I was safe inside the quiet, never risking anything. But safety never taught my heart how to feel or how to sing. Before love came in, I was barely alive, just breathing in the dark, but I didn't know why. No highs, no lows, no tears to defend. I was empty in a world that would never begin. Then you touched my soul, like a spark in the wind. Now I know who I was before love came in. You were light I never asked for, but you found me anyway. Turned the gray into a color I didn't think I'd ever see. Now every moment feels louder, every heartbeat tells the truth. I was lost without a feeling till I finally found you. Now I'm dancing on emotions I was scared to ever feel. Even pain is kinda beautiful, 'cause it means that this is real. Before love came in, I was barely alive, just breathing in the dark, but I didn't know why. No highs, no lows, no tears to defend. I was empty in a world that would never begin. Then you touched my soul, like a spark in the wind. Now I know who I was before love came in. If I lose you, I'll remember how it felt to feel it all. Even broken hearts are better than never having one to fall. Before love came in, I was just passing time, like a ghost in a life that was never mine. Now every second is a chance I can't miss. Even hurting like this is a kind of bliss. You awakened a world I was living within. I'll never go back to before love came in. We used to talk till the morning light, laughing like we'd never break. Every moment felt so right, every promise we could make. Now your voice is just a ghost, echoes in an empty room. I reach for you the most when the silence comes too soon. Somewhere between then and now, we lost the way somehow. I miss who we were before it all fell apart. begun. Now I'm holding on to words that we never said out loud. I miss who we were. Pictures fading on my phone, smiles I barely recognize. How did something feel like home turn into a last goodbye? Every street we used to walk feels a little colder now. All the things we never talked, I can feel them screaming loud. Maybe we just changed too fast, or we couldn't make it last. I miss who we were before it all fell apart, before the distance grew between your hands and my heart. We were reckless, we were free, everything we tried to be. Now I'm drowning in the blur of the shadows of our love. I miss who we were. If I could go back in time, I'd freeze us in the light before the tears, before the fight, before we lost the us inside. But time don't turn around, and love don't make a sound when it's leaving. I miss who we were more than I miss you tonight. 'Cause somewhere in the end, we lost what made us right. We were everything once, now we're barely holding on. And I'm stuck inside a world where your love is just a blur. I miss who we were. Yeah, I miss who we were before we disappeared.
We were laughing in the midnight glow, chasing dreams only we could know. Every word felt like it would last, like forever wasn't moving fast. We didn't see the cracks begin, hidden underneath our skin. We held on like we'd never break, never thought our hearts could ache. Take me back to where we started, before the silence, before the dark, before the words cut through our hearts. start. Before we fell apart, we were loving every spark. Now we're fading in the dark. Still I wish upon a scar. Before we fell apart.
You were the quiet in my chaos, the only place that felt like home. Every night I held you closer, like I was scared to be alone. But something in the silence started pulling me away. Love was there between us, but it wasn't enough to make me stay. I tried to be what you needed, tried to silence the truth, but every heartbeat whispered I was slowly losing you. I love you, but I can't stay. Not like this, not this way. We're holding on to something that's already slipped away, and it breaks me to walk out the door, leave behind what we were before. If love was all we needed, I'd be yours, but I can't stay anymore. We keep dancing around the same words, like we're scared of what they mean. Every promise feels like glass now, shattered in between. I see it in your eyes, love. You're afraid to let me go, but we're just two hearts pretending we don't already know. I wish I could rewrite this, turn the pain into gold, but some endings find you. No matter how hard you hold, I love you, but I can't stay. Not like this, not this way. We're holding on to something that's already slipped away, and it breaks me to walk out the door, leave behind what we were before. If love was all we needed, I'd be yours, but I can't stay anymore. Maybe in another lifetime we don't fall apart this way. Maybe we were perfect once, just not enough to make it stay. So I'll love you from a distance, even when I walk away. You'll always be my almost, but I can't stay. We had the fire, we had the spark, dancing shadows in the dark. Every touch felt like a dream. Nothing's ever what it seems. We said forever like we knew, like broken hearts don't come unglued. We built a world on fragile love, thought it'd always be enough. We tried to hold it, tried to stay, but something slipped along the way. It was love, but not enough. just wasn't enough. We kept pretending we were fine, drawing hearts on fault lines. Every promise turned to dust, every word we couldn't trust. You were there but far away, like night that never meets the day. We held on till it broke apart, two lonely souls, one shattered heart. We tried to fix what we became, but love alone can't heal the pain. It was love, but not enough. We gave it all, but it was rough. Every sorry, every please felt like whispers in the breeze. We were close, but not the same, burning slow in fading flames. It was real, it was us, but it just wasn't enough. Maybe in another life we get it right, we don't collide. Maybe then we'd learn to stay, not let it all just fade away. But here we are, just memories of broken what we used to be. It was love, but not enough. Still I feel it in my blood. Every moment, every scar reminds me who we really are. We were close, we were almost just a heartbeat from it all. It was everything to us, but it just wasn't enough.
We were dancing on a thin line, hearts racing, no rewind. Every second felt like forever, like nothing could break this time. But I see it in your silence, in the way you look away. We're holding on to something that's already slipped away. Maybe love don't always stay, maybe it was meant to fade. But I'd still choose every moment, even knowing what it takes. Even if it ends tonight, even if we lose the fight, I would still run back to you. Every wrong and every right. If this fire burns to dust, if we break like broken trust, I'd do it all again, my friend. Even if it ends with us. We were louder than the heartbreak, brighter than the city lights. Every promise felt unbreakable, every kiss felt so alive. Now the echoes fill the empty, where your voice used to be. But I'd rather feel this pain than never feel you with me. Maybe we were just a spark, burning fast inside the dark. But I'd still light up the night, even if it leaves a scar. Even if it ends tonight, even if we lose the fight, I would still run back to you. Every wrong and every right. If this fire burns to dust, if just to see that once more smile. Even if it ends tonight, even if we say goodbye, I would still choose loving you over never even trying. If the story's all we get, I don't have a single regret. I'd do it all again, my friend, even if it ends. Yeah, I'd do it all again, through the hurt, through the pain. 'Cause loving you is worth it, even if it ends.
I thought the silence would get easier, the time would blur your name, but every street still whispers you, and nothing feels the same. I keep your shadow in my pocket, like a secret I can't show. Try to leave you in the past, but you won't let me go. Every night I close my eyes, you're the last thing that I find. Even now, you're in my veins, running through me like the rain. Every word I couldn't say echoes louder every day. Even now, I feel your touch, like I never lost you much. No matter where or how I go, I still love you, even now. I've been learning how to fake it, how to smile and let it pass, but every laugh feels borrowed, like a ghost of what we had. They say that hearts can heal with time, but mine just holds the scars, counting all the broken pieces, like they're wishing on lost stars. I tried to bury every trace, but you're written on my days. Even now, you're in my veins, running through me like the rain. Every word I couldn't say echoes louder every day. Even now, I feel your touch, like I never lost you much. No matter where or how I go, I still love you, even now. Maybe I'll learn to let you fade, maybe I'll breathe without the pain, but tonight you're still the truth I can't erase. Even now, you're in my veins, nothing's ever really changed. All the love I tried to hide still survives the passing time. Even now, through every doubt, you're the part I can't live without. No matter how I tell myself, I still love you, even now. Even now, you're the song I can't forget. Even now,
We used to run through midnight streets, laughing like we'd never break. Every promise felt so real, every word we dared to say. But time has ways of shifting hearts, turning gold to shades of gray. Now I'm standing in the dark, just fade away. I never thought we'd be a memory I can't hold. Goodbye, my old friend. We were something I won't forget. Through the highs and the pain, through the tears we never shed. Now the silence remains where your voice used to live. Goodbye, my old friend. You were the best I could give. We were fire in the cold. We were stories left untold. Every scar we ever made was a bond we thought would hold. But somewhere down the line, we got lost between the lines. Now your shadow's all I see in the corners of my mind. I tried to reach your hand, but you were already gone. Goodbye, my old friend. We were something I won't forget. Through the highs and the pain, through the tears we never shed. Now the silence remains where your voice used to live. Goodbye, my old friend. You were the best I could give. Maybe in another life we don't fall apart like this. Maybe we don't say goodbye with a heart full of regret. If I could turn back time, I'd still choose you again. Even if it ends the same, even if it ends. Goodbye, my old friend. We were more than just a phase. Through the love and the loss, through the nights and the days. Now I'm letting you go, but a part of you stays. Goodbye, my old friend. I'll remember always. So this is where it ends. No more words to defend, just a whisper in the wind. Goodbye, my old friend. We were fire in a quiet room, burning slow like we had nothing to lose. You said forever like you always do, but forever never felt that true. I held on through the cracks and lies, through the silence and the long goodbyes. Every tear I tried to hide was just another warning sign. I knew it deep inside my bones. Some loves are meant to come and go. I let you go once, but you came back running. Said we could fix what we were becoming, but love don't heal when it's already broken. Just leaves you drowning in the words unspoken. I let you go twice, yeah, I finally knew loving you meant losing me too. So I walked away, no more disguise. The second goodbye was my goodbye. You were home but felt like space, a stranger wearing a familiar face. Every promise out of place, every kiss just left a taste. We kept dancing on thin ice, caught tried to be what you would need, but you were never there for me. I let you go once, but you came back running, said we could fix what we were becoming. But love don't heal when it's already broken, just leaves you drowning in the words unspoken. I let you go twice, yeah, I finally knew loving you meant losing me too. So I walked away, no more disguises. Second goodbye was my goodbye. Maybe in another life we get it right. No tears, no pain, no long nights. But this time around we fell apart, trying to fix a shattered heart. I won't go back, I won't rewind. I lost you, but I found my life. I let you go once, thought love was enough, but coming back only made it more rough. Some endings don't need one more try, just courage to finally say goodbye. I let you go twice, now I'm finally free. No more chains of what we used to be. Yeah, it hurts, but now I see why the second goodbye saved my life. I let you go, not once, but twice. And this time I chose my life. We started like a quiet spark in the dark. No warnings, just a beat in my heart. You said forever like it meant something real. I didn't know forever could disappear. We were dancing on a fragile line, didn't see the cracks in time. I lost you once when we fell apart, then again when you left my heart. Two goodbyes I never saw coming, two echoes of your name still running through every night, through every lie. I tried to hold on, but love slipped by. I lost you once, then I lost you twice. We tried to fix what was already gone, holding pieces we were standing on. Your touch felt close, but miles away. We were fading more with every day. We kept pretending we were fine, but silence spoke between the lines. I lost you once when we fell apart, then again when you left my heart. Two goodbyes I never saw coming, two shadows of what we were becoming. Through every tear, through every fight, I kept believing we'd be alright. I lost you once, then I lost you twice. Maybe love just isn't enough when timing turns its back on us. We were real, I won't deny, but real things break and real things die. I lost you once when you walked away, then again when I chose to stay. Two endings written in the same line, two versions of you I can't redefine. Through all the pain, through all the tries, I learned some loves don't survive. I lost you once, and I lost you twice. Now your memory's all that remains. a double loss, a single pain.
We were shadows in the daylight, laughing like we'd never fall. Every word felt like forever. Now it echoes down the hall. I try to hold the moment still, but time just slipped right through. Now every road I walk alone still leads me back to you. I'm fading into you, like colors in the rain. Every piece I gave away is calling out your name. I'm breaking in the blue, with nothing left to prove. I lost myself somewhere while fading into you. You were fire in the silence, burning through my guarded heart. We were dancing on a thin line, knew we'd tear ourselves apart. I felt the crack before the fall, the truth we couldn't face. Now every dream we built together feels like an empty space. I'm fading into you, like whispers in the night. Every promise that we made is drifting out of sight. I'm breaking in the blue, with nothing left to lose. I gave my all away while fading into you. If I could turn the hands of time, I'd stop before goodbye. But love like ours was never meant to learn how not to die. Still fading into you, through memories that stay. Even when I try to run, you're never far away. I'm breaking in the blue, but somehow making through. I'll find myself again after fading into you.
I told myself I'd let you fade, like pictures left out in the rain. But every time I hear your name, it pulls me right back into pain. You said we need a space to breathe, but I'm still choking on goodbye. You moved on like it was easy, I'm still asking myself why. I try to act like I'm okay, but every night I feel the same. I still care too much, more than I should, more than you do. I keep holding on to something already gone, already through. You let go so easily, but I'm still stuck in us. I hate that it's still true. I still care too much. I see a shadow in the crowd, hear your voice in every song. Try to drown you out somehow, but the silence feels too strong. Everyone says I'll be fine, that time will heal what's left of me, but they don't know you still breaks the rules. I still care too much, more than I should, more than you do. I keep holding on to something already gone, already through. You let go so easily, but I'm still stuck in us. I hate that it's still true. I still care too much. Maybe one day I'll forget your touch. Maybe one day it won't hurt this much. But right now I'm lost in what we were, and I can't stop loving you first. I still care too much, even when I try not to. Every little thing still reminds me of you. You found your way out of us, but I'm still caught in the dust. Yeah, I'm still not enough, 'cause I still care too much. I still care, I still care, even when I don't want to.
We were fire in the dark, burning fast without a spark. Didn't know where it would go, but we never took it slow. Every touch felt like a dream. Now it's tearing at the seams. We were something, we were real. Now I don't know how to feel. We crossed the line we can't undo. Now I'm losing me and you. I wish we never tried, never let our worlds collide. We were better off before we opened up that door. Now there's nothing left to save, just the mess we both became. If love was meant to die, I wish we never tried. Now your voice feels like a ghost, echoes of what hurt the most. Every word we used to say faded slowly into gray. We were safe in what we knew. Now I'm just a stranger to you. Funny how it slipped away. Everything we couldn't stay, we gave it all, we let it break. Now there's nothing left to take. I wish we never tried, never let our worlds collide. We were better off before we opened up that door. Now there's nothing left to save, just the mess we both became. If love was meant to die, I wish we never tried. Maybe in another life we'd be laughing, we'd be fine. Just two hearts that never crossed, never paid the final cost. But here we are, we lost the way, turned our light into a gray. If I could rewind the time, I'd leave it all behind. I wish we never tried, never felt that sweet goodbye. We were better as we were before it had to hurt. Now I'm learning how to let go of what I can't forget. If love was just a lie, I wish we never tried. We were almost nothing like before.
We were never perfect, always walking fragile lines. Hearts a little reckless, truth hiding between the signs. Every scar we carried had a story we both knew. Even in the breaking, I was still holding on to you. If I could turn the pages, rewrite the wrongs we made, I'd leave the pain exactly where it stayed. I'd choose you again, through the fire, through the rain, through every tear we tried to hide in vain. Even knowing how it ends, I'd fall the same way then. 'Cause loving you was never something I regret. If I had one more chance to begin, I'd choose you again. We said words like weapons, left them hanging in the air, built our walls in silence, like we never used to care. But every little moment still echoes in my chest. Even when we lost it, you were still my best. Maybe we were broken, maybe we were real. Some kinds of love you never fully heal. I choose you again, through the chaos and the pain, through every almost we could not sustain. Even knowing where it bends, I'd still reach for your hand. 'Cause loving you was more than just a chance. If I had one more life to spend, I'd choose you again. Maybe we were meant to fall apart, just to know how deep we are. If every road still led me back to you, I wouldn't change a single scar. I'd choose you again, in 1,000 different ends, in every world where we don't make amends. Even if it breaks me, then I'd still dive in again. 'Cause you were more than just a what if forever had to end, I'd choose you again. So if time forgets our names and love fades into the blue, in every life, in every way, I'd still find you.
We said we'd keep it simple, no lines we couldn't cross. But every quiet moment felt heavier than loss. Your hand brushed mine like lightning, we both pretended not. But silence has a way of saying what we thought. We knew the ending before it began. Still we kept dancing on breaking plans. It hurts more this way, loving in between. smile like it's nothing, but your eyes give it up. We're drowning in the almost. We swore we wouldn't touch. Every stolen second is tearing at the seams of something we can't have, but can't undream. We draw the boundary, then cross the line. Every just friends feels like a lie. It hurts more this way, loving in between. Not enough to stay, too much to leave. We're caught in the middle of what we can't say. Yeah, it hurts more this way. If we just let go, would it hurt less now? Or would we regret not breaking down? We're holding a fire we can't contain, burning in silence inside the pain. It hurts more this way, knowing what we are, close enough to taste, too far to be ours. We're lost in the echo of words we don't say. Yeah, it hurts more this way. So we smile and pretend we're okay, but it hurts more this way. We were shadows in the sunlight, dancing where the wild hearts go. Every promise felt like forever. Now it's just an echo. Your voice still lives in silence, like a song I can't erase. I reach for you in the darkness, but only find empty space. We tried to hold the fire, but it slipped right through our hands. Now all that's left between us is what we couldn't understand. Just memories remain, falling like the rain. Every drop reminds me we'll never be the same. We were something once, now we're just a name fading in the distance. Just memories remain. Pictures on my phone still linger, frozen in a better time. Every smile feels like a secret that was never meant to die. I replay the words you whispered, every stay and every please. But time keeps moving forward while you're stuck inside of me. We built it up so high, watched it fall without a sound. Now I'm standing in the ruins of a love we couldn't turn around. Just memories remain, falling like the rain. Every drop reminds me we'll never be the same. We were something once, now we're just a name fading in the distance. Just memories remain. Maybe in another lifetime we get it right can't change. I keep holding on to nothing, while everything rearranges. Just memories remain, whispering your name. Every tear I'm hiding still burns like a flame. We were everything, now we're just the pain, lost in what we used to be. Just memories remain. Yeah, we're gone without goodbye, only traces left behind. All that's left of you and me are memories in time.
We were just a moment drifting in the dark. Didn't know forever could fall apart. Every word you whispered felt so real. Now I'm left with echoes I still feel. We said always like it couldn't break. Now it's just a promise we couldn't take. Can we love like this again? Like we never felt the end. Like the night we touched the sky. Like we never said goodbye. If there's a way to start it all back then, would you hold me like this again? Your shadows in the places that I go. Every street still feels like you, I know. Tried to bury everything we had, but even memories won't fade that fast. We were fire burning way too bright. Now we're just smoke in the quiet night. Can we love like this again? Like we never felt the end. Like the night we touched the sky. Like we never said goodbye. If there's a way to start it all back then, would you hold me like this again? Maybe we were never meant to stay, but I still feel you in every yesterday. If time could bend, if hearts pretend, I'd choose you all over again. Can we love like this again? Like we never broke within. Like the world was ours to keep. Like we didn't lose the dream. If there's a way to find what we once knew, ooh, I'd fall again just to be with you. Even if it ends the same again, I'd still love you like this again. We used to leave the light on even when we fell asleep. never stayed with me. Every little memory fading in the blur. I try to hold the pieces, but they don't fit like they were. We went from everything to nothing I can touch. How did we fall so far from something that was us? Now it's like we never were. Like your name was never mine. Like we didn't write our story. Somewhere lost in time. No echoes in the silence. No traces left to find. We disappeared like strangers, just erased between the lines. Now it's like we never were. I still hear your laughter in the corners of my mind, but every time I reach for it, there's nothing there to find. All the words we promised turn to empty air. Guess forever doesn't mean what we thought it meant back there. We built a world so real, now it's gone without a trace. Just shadows of a love time can't replace. Now it's like we never were. Like your name was never mine. Like we didn't write our story. Somewhere lost in time. No echoes in the silence. No traces left to find. We disappeared like strangers, just erased between the lines. Now it's like we never were. Maybe love was just a moment. We couldn't make it stay. Now I'm learning how to live with you fading away. Like we never touched, like we never knew. Like I was never yours, and you were never true. Now it's like we never were. But I still remember you. We used to laugh till the night turned gold. Every secret, every story told. You were my safe place, my only truth. Never thought I'd be losing you. Somewhere between the lines we crossed, we didn't count the hidden cost. Love broke our friendship, tore it apart, turned every memory into a scar. We were better before we tried. Now there's nothing left to hide. Love broke our friendship, can't you see? We lost us chasing we could be. Now your silence fills the room like a shadow I can't outmove. We were simple, we were free. Now it's just you and me and debris. We held on tighter than we should, mistook the fire for something good. Love broke our friendship, tore it apart, turned every promise into a scar. We were stronger side by side. Now we're strangers we can't deny. Love broke our friendship painfully. We lost what was real for a fantasy. If I could turn back time, I'd leave your hand in mine. No, I love you, no goodbye. Just us beneath the sky, where nothing had to change, where nothing felt this strange. Love broke our friendship, now it's gone. A perfect bond we leaned upon. We were everything we need, till love rewrote our destiny. Oh, love broke our friendship endlessly. Now you're just a memory to me. We had forever in a simple way, but love came in and took it away.
We were fire in the midnight air, burning bright like we didn't care. Every touch felt like a spark, lighting up the dark. But flames don't ask, they only take. Leave behind what they can't remake. Now I'm standing in the ash of a love that couldn't last. We gave it all, we gave it fast. Never thought it wouldn't last. Now I'm counting what we lost, and it's more than just the cost. Love took too much, more than we had. Turned every good thing into something sad. We were gold, now we're dust. Yeah, love took too much. Every promise, every dream slipped away in between. We were us, now we're just what love took too much. You were home, you were my place. Now I'm lost in empty space. Every memory cuts so deep, even in my sleep. Tried to hold what slipped away, but love don't always wanna stay. Now your shadow's all I see, where you used to be. We went high, we fell so hard. Didn't know we'd leave these scars. Now I'm breaking in the truth. There's no fixing me and you. Love took too much, more than we had. Turned every good thing into something sad. We were gold, now we're dust. Yeah, love took too much. Every promise, every dream slipped away in between. We were us, now we're just what love took too much. If I could rewind the night, would I still choose your light? Even knowing how it ends, I'd still fall again. Love took too much, still I would try, even if it means another goodbye. We were real, we were us, even if it took too much. Every heartbeat, every touch, guess I needed it all, that love. Even now, I still trust what love took too much.
We were fire in the pouring rain, dancing on the edge of pain. Every word we couldn't say still echoes in me today. Your shadow lingers in the light, like a ghost I hold too tight. I try to keep you close somehow, but forever slipped through now. I felt you fading in my hands, like drifting sand, like broken plans. Love took you away from me, like the tide pulls out to sea. I was reaching, you were gone. Now I'm holding on alone. Every night I hear your name, burning softly in the flame. No matter what I try to say, love took you away. We were perfect in a fragile way, like a dream that couldn't stay. Every promise turned to dust, falling down between us. I still trace you in the dark, every scar a hidden spark. If I could rewrite yesterday, I'd never let you drift away. But time keeps tearing us apart, a silent war inside my heart. Love took you away from me, like the tide pulls out to sea. I was reaching, you were gone. Now I'm holding on alone. Every night I hear your name, burning softly in the flame. No matter what I try to say, love took you away. Maybe love was never meant to stay. Maybe we were just a moment in the way. But I'd relive every tear, every mistake, just to feel you one more day. Love took you away from me, still your voice won't set me free. In the silence I remain, dancing slowly with the pain. Even if the skies turn gray and the memories start to fray, there's one truth I can't betray. Love took you away. Yeah, love took you away. But it never took you from my heart.
We were fire in a crowded room, burning bright like we had nothing to lose. Every touch felt like a spark in the dark, but even flames can fall apart. We said forever like we meant every word, but forever's fragile when it starts to hurt. Love was never enough, not when the nights got cold, not when the truth got tough and we lost our hold. We had everything, but it slipped through us. Yeah, we gave it all, but it wasn't enough. Love was never enough. We built dreams on a fragile ground, tried to fix what was breaking down. Every sorry just echoed the same, like we were playing a losing game. We kept holding on to what we used to be, but love alone couldn't set us free. Love was never enough, not when the silence screamed, not when the cracks showed up in our perfect dreams. We were beautiful, but a little too rough. Yeah, we fought so hard, but it wasn't enough. Love was never enough. Maybe we needed more than just hearts. Maybe we needed truth from the start. All the passion couldn't make it right when we lost ourselves in the fight. I still feel you in the afterglow, but some things are better left unknown. Love was never enough, even when we tried, even when we believed every lie. We were close, but just out of touch. Yeah, we had it all, but it wasn't enough. Now it's just memories and dust of a love that once was us. We had everything we dreamed of, but love was never enough. Two, three. We started like a wildfire, bright enough to blind the truth. Every touch felt like forever, every lie felt like the proof. You said love would never hurt me, said you never crossed that line, but every promise that you whispered turned to echoes over time. I kept holding on to something that was slipping through my hands. Every sorry sounded empty, every stay was just a plan. Love wasn't kind, it cut too deep, left scars I never meant to keep. Turned all my faith into goodbye, taught me how to slowly cry. We called it love, but we were blind, lost in something undefined. I gave you all, you changed your mind. Love wasn't kind. Now your shadow's in the silence, every room still feels like you. Even when I try to move on, there's a part I can't undo. We were dancing on the edge of something we could never save. You were running from the real thing, I was begging it to stay. All the nights I tried to fix us, all the tears I couldn't hide. You were already gone without me, I was still there by your side. Love wasn't kind, it cut too deep, left scars I never meant to keep. Turned all my faith into goodbye, taught me how to slowly cry. We called it love, but we were blind, lost in something undefined. I gave you all, you changed wasn't kind. Maybe love's not always gentle. Maybe hearts were never safe. Maybe we were just a lesson we were never meant to take. I still hear your voice in pieces, still replay what we designed. But forever isn't promised, and love wasn't kind. So I'll leave you in the distance, where the past can stay confined. I was yours, but now I'm different, 'cause love wasn't kind. We started out like gravity, pulled so close, no space to breathe, laughing loud at everything, swore we'd never lose a thing. But somewhere in the in-between, words got sharp, hearts got mean. What we built began to bend. I lost a lover and a friend. We tried to fix what we became, but love and trust don't feel the same. Neither was love, neither was truth, neither was everything we knew. We fell apart in silent ways, no words to save, no hands to stay. And when it broke, it cut so deep, took every promise we could keep. We said forever, but we lied. Neither was friendship by the time we said goodbye. Your voice still echoes in my head, heavy and fine, we never meant. We played the parts, we wore the scars, turned all our light into the dark. I miss the way you knew me then, before the end, before the end. Before the lines got hard to draw, before we questioned what we were. We held on longer than we should, just to say we almost could. Neither was love, neither was truth, neither was everything we knew. We fell apart in silent ways, no words to save, no hands to stay. And when it broke, it cut so deep, took every promise we could keep. We said forever, but we lied. Neither was friendship by the time we said goodbye. Maybe we were just a phase, dressed up like forever days. Maybe we were never right, just two hearts afraid to fight. Or maybe we were something real that time refused to let us feel. Neither was love, neither was us, just something broken turned to dust. Still I see you in my mind, in every, almost every line. And if I'm honest, I still try to find the truth in our goodbye. But all that's left when I rewind, neither was friendship, just a lie. We had it all, or so it seemed. Now you're just a memory. There's no more us. We used to write our names in neon lights, burning bright against the midnight sky. Every promise felt like it would last. Now they're fading, one by one, too fast. fragile line, calling chaos something something so divine. But every touch is just a ghost tonight, and I can't bring it back to life. Somewhere in the silence, we let it slip away. Now there's nothing left of all we couldn't say. There's no more us, no more fire in the dark, no more beating of a single heart. We were something, now it just because. Now it's only you and only me. There's no more us. Every corner holds a memory, but it doesn't feel like home to me. Your reflection in the glass is gone like a shadow that I can't hold on. We kept trying just to prove we could turn a breaking heart into something good, but every word just pushed us further out. Now there's nothing left to fight about. We were built on moments we couldn't save. Now we're just two strangers walking different ways. There's no more us, no more fire in the dark, no more beating of a single heart. We were something, now it just because. Now it's only you and only me. There's no more us. If love was a song, we lost the sound, spinning in circles, falling down. Try to rewrite every broken line, but some endings you can't redefine. There's no more us, just echoes in the night, just two souls fading out of sight. We were everything we dreamed we'd be. Now you're just you and I'm just me. There's no more us, no more us, just memories.
We were fire in a moment, burning brighter than we knew. Every second felt like stolen, like the world just let us through. You were laughter in the silence, you were peace inside my storm. But even dreams that feel like heaven don't always last till dawn. I try to hold you closer than time would ever allow, but love don't always mean forever, and we both know it now. You were never mine forever, but you were everything I needed then. A beautiful kind of never, a story with a quiet end. We were written in the stars, just not meant to stay together. You were mine for a moment, but not my forever. We were dancing on the edge of something we could never keep. Every promise felt like gold, but slipped away too easily. I still hear you in the echoes of the nights we couldn't save, but I wouldn't trade the memories for a love that never came. just not meant to stay together. You were mine for a moment, but not my forever. And if I see you in another life, I'd still choose you again, even knowing how it ends, even knowing how it ends. You were never my forever, but you were more than just a phase, a fleeting kind of treasure that time could not erase. We were real, we were alive, even if it didn't last forever. You were mine for a moment, and I'll remember forever. You just weren't mine forever.
You walked in like a memory I try so hard to leave behind. Same eyes, same broken melody, but something's different in my mind. I used to fall so easily, like I was made to lose the fight. But I can feel it in my bones now. I won't disappear tonight. Every word you say sounds just like before, but I'm not the same. I don't hurt like that anymore. Not this time. I won't let you pull me under. Not this time. I won't trade my heart for thunder. I've been down that road, I know how it ends. You don't get to break me again. Not this time. I'm choosing me instead. Yeah, not this time. I'm not yours to mend. You're reaching for the old me, the one who stayed too long. But she learned how to let go. She finally found her song. Every tear you never saw turned into strength somehow. You're looking at a stranger. You can't control me now. I hear every lie hidden in your truth, but I've drawn the line. There's nothing left to prove. Not this time. I won't let you pull me under. Not this time. I won't trade my heart for thunder. I've been down that road, I know how it ends. You don't get to break me again. Not this time. I'm choosing me instead. Yeah, not this time. I'm not yours to mend. Maybe once I needed you. Maybe once I lost my way. But every scar you left on me is why I'm walking now today. Not this time. I'm finally getting stronger. Not this time. I don't need you any longer. I chase the sunrise, run barefoot through the night. Every dream felt endless, every wrong felt right. Now we're standing in the silence, with words we never say, looking at each other like we slowly slipped away. I don't know when it changed or how we let it go, but somewhere in the distance we became someone we don't know. We're not who we became, not the fire, not the flame, just shadows of a love that couldn't stay the same. We try to hold on tight, but we faded in the gray. I still miss who we were, not who we became. Your voice feels like an echo of someone I once knew, and every little memory still pulls me back to you. We built it up from nothing, now it's falling piece by piece, and every forever feels like a quiet release. Maybe we kept pretending we were still alright, while everything between us was breaking out of sight. We're not who we became, not the fire, not the flame, just strangers in a story we don't wanna name. We try to hold on tight, but love slipped through the pain. I still miss who we were, not who we became. If I could turn the clock back to the nights we felt alive, I'd stay a little longer in the you I recognized. But time don't wait for healing, and hearts don't stay the same. Now all that's left between us is a beautiful mistake. We're not who we became, we lost it in the rain. Every I love you was never quite the same. We try to hold on tight, but nothing here remains. I still miss who we were, not who we became. Yeah, I still miss who we were before we became this way. We used to fill the silence with every little dream. Now we're just two strangers living in between. Your eyes don't try to find me, mine don't try to stay. We're standing in the ending with nothing left to say. We tried to hold the pieces, but they slipped right through our hands. Now every word feels empty, like we don't understand. There's nothing left to say, no reason left to fight. We burn through every feeling We said it all before. Now there's nothing left to say. Your voice don't sound familiar, not the way it used to be. Like echoes of a memory that don't belong to me. We're tracing old reflections in everything we knew, but all I see is someone who's already through. We kept on chasing closure that never really came. Now all that's left between us is silence and the blame. There's nothing left to say, no reason left to fight. We burned through every feeling somewhere in the night. No tears left to fall, no hearts left to break. We said it all before. Now there's nothing left to say. Maybe love just fades like shadows when the light begins to go. Maybe we were just a moment we were never meant to hold. So I walk away in quiet, and you won't call my name. We ended without words, 'cause there's nothing left to say.
We used to talk till the sunrise broke, laughing at dreams we never spoke. Your shadow danced in every room. Now silence echoes like a tune. I try to hold on to what we were, but time just turned it into a blur. Now I'm alone again, lost in the night, chasing the ghost of your fading light. Every heartbeat calls your name, but nothing ever feels the same. Now I'm alone again, here in the rain, holding on to what remains. You walked away without a sound and left my world upside down. Your jacket still hangs by the door, like you'll come back like before. But every step just leads to you, and every road feels so untrue. I built a home in your goodbye. Now all I have are reasons why. Now I'm alone again, lost in the night, chasing the ghost of your fading light. Every heartbeat calls your name, but nothing ever feels the same. Now I'm alone again, here in the rain, holding on to what remains. You walked away without a sound and left my world upside down. Maybe someday I'll learn to breathe without your memory haunting me. But tonight your voice still lingers on, like a broken endless song. Now I'm alone again, lost in the night, chasing the ghost of your fading light. Every heartbeat calls your name, but nothing ever feels the same. Now I'm alone again, trying to stand with pieces slipping through my hands. You were the fire, now you're gone, and I'm just shadows holding.
We started like a spark in the dark. No map, just following hearts. Every word felt easy and true, like nothing we could ever lose. But lines got blurred in midnight talks. We crossed them slow, then all at once. Now every step we take just proves there's no undo for me and you. Now there's no way back. We burned that bridge in a moment of black. No safe return, no turning track. We gave it all, now we face the crack. Now there's no way back. Your shadow still lives in my room. Echoes of laughter turned into wounds. We try to pretend we were fine, but truth was louder every time. We play with fire just to feel. Now all that's left is something real. Too deep to fix, too far to run. We became what we can't outrun. Now there's no way back. We burned that bridge in a moment of black. No safe return, no turning track. We gave it all, now we face the crack. Now there's no way back. If I could rewind, would I still choose you? Through every scar, every broken truth. Maybe we knew it from the start. Some roads only lead to a shattered heart. Now there's no way back, no second chance hiding in the past. We crossed the line, it fades to black, but every memory still attacks. Now there's no way back, so we walk away, but we both know some fires never stop their glow. Even in ashes, deep and dark, you'll always be my missing part. We started like a spark in the dark. No map, just following hearts. Every word felt easy and true, like nothing we could ever lose. But lines got blurred in midnight talks. We crossed them slow, then all at once. Now every step we take just proves there's no undo for me echoes of laughter turned into wounds. We tried to pretend we were fine, but truth was louder every time. We played with fire just to feel. Now all that's left is something real. Too deep to fix, too far to run. We became what we can't outrun. Now there's no way back. We burned that bridge in a moment of black. No safe return, no turning track. We gave it all, now we face the crack. Now there's no way back. If I could rewind, would I still choose you? Through every scar, every broken truth, maybe we knew it from the start. Some roads only lead to a shattered heart. Now there's no way back, no second chance hiding in the past. We crossed the line, it fades to black, but every memory still attacks. Now there's no way back, so we walk away, but we both know some fires never stop their glow. Even in ashes, deep and dark, you'll always be my missing part.
We were fire in the midnight, burning brighter than the sun. Every promise felt like forever. Never thought we'd come undone. Now your shadow's on the ceiling, but your touch is nowhere near. I keep reaching through the silence, but there's nothing left to hear. Every word you said still echoes in my head like a song that never ends. Now you're gone, and I'm still holding on to a love that faded way too fast. All the nights, all the fights, all the dreams we thought would last. Now you're gone, and I don't know what's real. Every memory cuts me like a knife. You were all I ever wanted. Now you're just a piece of my life. We were dancing on the edge, yeah, never scared of falling down. Now I'm standing in the wreckage of a love we couldn't drown. Your goodbye was barely spoken, but it said enough for me. Guess forever was a moment that we couldn't let be. I keep replaying every second that we had, trying not to lose it all. Now you're gone, and I'm still holding on to a love that faded way too fast. All the nights, all the fights, all the dreams we thought would last. Now you're gone, and I don't know what's real. Every memory cuts me like a knife. You were all I ever wanted. Now you're just a piece of my life. Maybe someday I'll forget your name. Maybe someday I won't feel the same. But tonight you're every tear I cry, every broken lullaby just a piece of my life. Now you're gone, and I'm still here alone.
Once as a friend, we started out like a quiet song. No pressure, just where we belonged. Late night talks, no need to pretend you were my almost. Once as a friend, but somewhere between the lines we crossed, we felt the spark, we felt the cost. A step too close, a breath too deep. Now something's broken, we can't keep. Once as a friend, now just a memory. We had it all in simplicity. No tears, no lies, no bitter end. Back when you were just my friend, we reached for more we couldn't defend. Now I'd give anything. Once as a friend. We tried to name what we couldn't hold, turn something warm into something cold. Every word now feels rehearsed. We had our best before our worst. We chased a fire we couldn't tame. Now every silence speaks your name. Too far to go, too late to bend. We lost the start to find the end. Once as a friend, now just a memory. We had it all in simplicity. No tears, no lies, no bitter end. Back when you were just my friend, we reached for more we couldn't defend. Now I'd give anything. Once as a friend, if I could rewind the nights we knew before us ever came into view, I'd stop the moment hearts got loud and keep us safe inside the crowd. Once as a friend, that's where we shined. No broken hearts, no blurred lines. We had a love we didn't understand until it slipped right through our hands. We tried to be more than we were meant. Now all I want is once as a friend, just once again. No more, no less, just you and me. Once as a friend. We started out like a quiet song. No words, just hearts holding on. Laughing in the shadows, chasing the light. Never thought we'd cross that line. We were safe in the in-between. Close enough but never seen. Then one night changed everything. We fell without wondering. Once as love, we burned too bright. Turned our days into endless nights. Now the silence screams your name. Nothing ever Your voice still echoes in my mind like a ghost I can't leave behind. We lost the way we used to feel. Some things break and never heal. We were better as a what if, not a fire we couldn't fix, but we chose the risk instead. Now we're just the words unsaid. One says love, we burned too bright, turned our days into endless nights. Now the silence screams your name. Nothing ever feels the same. We were more than just a dream, but less than what we tried to be. One size love, we gave it all. Now there's nothing left to call. If I could go back to that first day, would I still let my heart betray? We'll keep you safe inside that line where you were yours and I was mine. Once as love we slipped away, faded into yesterday. Now I walk this road alone, haunted by a love I've known. We were everything, then none, a war we never could outrun. Once as love, just once and gone. But somehow you still live on.
Walking on a wire, didn't see the fall, laughing through the danger like it meant nothing at all. Every whispered warning we just pushed aside, hearts racing faster than we could hide. We knew the line, but we crossed it anyway. Somewhere in the night we lost our way. It was our perfect mistake, every risk that we chose to take. Burning bright, we couldn't escape. Now there's nothing left but the ache. Yeah, we knew it would break, still we gave it all we could make. Love like ours was never safe. It was beautiful, our perfect mistake. Falling felt like flying till we hit the ground. Every forever turned to silence in the sound. We were writing stories we could never keep, dancing on the edge, too blind to see. We had the truth, but we let it fade, trading something real for a masquerade. It was our perfect mistake, every risk that we chose to take. Burning bright, we couldn't escape. Now there's nothing left but the ache. Yeah, we knew it would break, still we gave it all we could make. Love like ours was never safe. It was beautiful, our perfect mistake. If I could go back, I wouldn't change a thing. Every scar you left still makes me sing. We were chaos dressed like fate, too close, too real, too late. It was a perfect mistake, every promise we couldn't fake, shining through every heartbreak. Even now it's hard to shake. Yeah, we knew it would break, still we gave it all we could take. Love like ours was never safe. It was beautiful, our perfect mistake. Yeah, we lost what we couldn't save, but I'd still choose our perfect mistake.
We had fire in our veins, burning through the dark. Every word we said was written on my heart. We were holding on like nothing could go wrong, but somewhere in between we lost where we belong. We tried to fix the cracks, we tried to make it right, but love was slipping through our hands every night. We gave it everything, we played every part, fought through the pain, but still fell apart. We held on tight till it tore us in two. Now all that's left is me and the ghost of you. Every memory still echoes in my mind, like a song we used to play on rewind. I can see your face in every empty room. Even silence feels too loud without you. We said forever, but forever couldn't stay. Now it's just another word that fades away. We gave it everything, we played every part, fought through the pain, but still fell apart. We held on tight till it tore us in two. Now all that's left is me and the ghost of you. Maybe love just wasn't meant to last this long. Maybe we were right just at the wrong time all along. I still feel you in the pieces of my heart, even broken. I don't know where to start. We gave it everything, we gave all our hearts, still couldn't say what was falling apart. We tried so hard, but it slipped through our hands. Now I'm alone, just doing what I can. We were almost everything from the start, but even almost still fell apart.
We were fire in a quiet room, burning slow and way too soon. Every word like gasoline, turning love to something mean. You said forever like a lie, falling stars across your eyes. I held on, you let it go, watched our world fade down to smoke. We were dancing on a fault line, hearts breaking in real time. This is the end of us all, echoes against empty walls. Every promise starts to fall at the end of us all. We were something beautiful, now we're barely anything at all. Can I run the final call? This is the end of us all. Cold This is the end of us all. Echoes against empty walls. Every promise starts to fall. At the end of us all. We were something beautiful. Now we're barely anything at all. Can I run the final call? This is the end of us all. If love was real, where did it go? Did we lose it or just never know? We tried to fight, we tried to stay, but some things fade, some things decay. Oh, we were burning bright, now we're fading into night. This is the end of us all. No more shadows left to call. Every memory starts to fall. At the end of us all. Oh, we were something beautiful. Now we're nothing, nothing at all. Hear the silence when I call. This is the end of us all. We started like a fire in the dark. Every touch was lighting up my heart. Didn't know the flames would burn this way. Didn't think we'd end up lost in gray. We were fearless, we were young, never thought we'd come undone. Now I'm standing in the ashes of us. Oh, this is the price of love. Every high cuts twice as much. Every forever turns to dust. And I'm paying for your touch, yeah. This is the price we pay for every word we couldn't say. Now all that's left is just because. This is the price of love. Every promise echoes in my head, like a ghost that won't stay dead. We were dancing on a fragile line. Now I'm yours and you're not mine. We were reckless, we were real. Now I don't know what to feel. Just a silence screaming where you were. This is the price of love. Every high cuts twice as much. Every forever turns to dust. And I'm paying for your touch, yeah. This is the price we pay for every word we couldn't say. Now all that's left is just because. This is the price of love. Was it worth it, all the pain? Would I do it all again if it meant I'd feel you close just once more? Even broken, even scarred, you're the rhythm in my heart. Guess that's what I'm bleeding for, yeah. This is the price of love. Falling hard, then giving up. Holding on when it's too much. Still addicted to your touch, yeah. This is the price we pay. Losing pieces every day, but I do it all just because. This is the price of
fill the air with everything we felt. Now words fall short and we keep them to ourselves. Your eyes still search for something I can't say, like we're both lost but too afraid to stray. Every breath is heavy, every moment slow. We're standing in a space we used to know. It's the silence between us, louder than before, like 1,000 broken echoes crashing on the floor. We don't fight, we don't cry, we just let it fade. In the quiet where our love slowly slipped away, it's the silence between us, saying what we can. We sit so close but feel a world apart, tracing memories that linger in the dark. Your hand moves close then pulls away again, like touching me would only bring the end. We built this fragile distance, brick by brick. Now we're trapped inside a love that's losing grip. It's the silence between us, louder than before, like 1,000 broken echoes crashing on the floor. We don't fight, we don't cry, we just let it fade. In the quiet where our love slowly slipped away, it's the silence between us, saying what we can. If I could scream, would it break through the still, or would it shatter what we're holding still? Maybe we're just shadows of what we used to be, two hearts beating separately. It's the silence between us, tearing us apart. Every quiet second cuts a little through the heart. We don't reach, we don't try, we just let it die in the stillness where we stopped asking why. It's the silence between us, our last goodbye. No words left to save us now, just silence and a fading vow. You said forever like it meant something real, like time would bend for the way we feel. We carved our names in a sky of gold, but promises fade when they're left in the cold. I held on tighter when you slipped away, ignored every shadow, every word you didn't say. Now I'm standing here with nothing but echoes of a love that only I chose. You pulled me close, made me believe, gave me your heart just to watch me bleed. Said I was everything you'd ever find, then left me behind. Yeah, you lit the spark, watched it burn, turned your back when it was my turn. Now I'm lost in the space you designed. You loved me, then left me behind. We were dancing on a wire so thin, every touch felt like a perfect sin. But you were already halfway gone, while I was still holding on. I traced your footsteps in the dark alone, tried to make your silence feel like home. But love shouldn't feel like a goodbye before we even try. You pulled me close, made me believe, gave me your heart just to watch me bleed. Said I was me behind. Was it real, just a beautiful lie? Did you ever see me through your eyes? Or was I just a moment passing by, a chapter you didn't mind leaving behind? You pulled me close just one last time, like I was yours, like you were mine. But love like that is the cruelest kind. You loved me, then left me behind.
We started like a spark in the dark, no warning, just a runaway heart. Every word felt heavier than the truth, like we were chasing something we couldn't undo. We didn't slow down, didn't think twice, felt like a storm with no too bright, turned every second into a fight. We were glass, shattered by the love we had. Too deep, too soon, we lost our way. Couldn't find the words to say. Now all that's left is in past. Too much, too fast. You were my echo, my other side. Now just a silence I can't outrun. We tried to hold what slipped through hands, like time would wait if we just said we can. But we were racing, hearts out of line. Love shouldn't feel like running out of time. Too much, too fast, we burned too bright, turned every second into a fight. We were fire, we were glass, shattered by the love we had. Too deep, too soon, we lost our way. Couldn't find the words to say. Now all that's left is in the past. Too much, too fast.